Hey guys!
How are you doing?
We're so excited you're with us again!
I'm so excited because guess what today is?
It is the grand opening
of our elementary space.
And the Adult Worship Center.
True, but our elementary space.
It's brand new and totally awesome.
Super cool. It is so amazing. Wait a second, why are we shouting?
Oh, I forgot to tell you. It's November. That means we have a new theme this month and it's shout out. So I'm shouting out.
Wait, I think that's a different shout out. I think it's more like shout out, like, hey, give a shout out to somebody like you do on Instagram or Facebook or something like that.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure, Joel.
Oh.
It's, like give a shout out because this month we're talking about being grateful. Our theme for the month is gratitude and talking about giving a shout out to the people that help us.
Oh.
So we're gonna give a shout out to say thank you to all the people that help us.
I was so confused. Thanks for clearing that up.
I'm glad we cleared that up because my throat was getting a little scratchy there.
Mine
Not
too.
COVID, just yelling. So anyways, you know what? So our theme this month is gratitude.
Yep.
And so I think one of the things that can help us remember to be grateful to God especially is our memory verse that we have.
We've got a new one this month.
All right, let's check it out.
It is from the book of Psalm.
Yep.
And it is Psalm 107, verse 1. It says, "Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. His love endures forever."
That's awesome.
That's a great verse.
I love that verse.
I love that one.
And you know what? This month, all month we're talking about gratitude. And this week in particular, we're talking about being thankful no matter what happens. And there's been a lot of stuff happening lately, right? Like this whole year, like all the weird stuff with school and people being sick, and now there's elections going on. Maybe you guys feel some stress maybe around your house or just hear adults talking and things like that. So much is going on, but this week in Thessalonians, Paul is talking about being grateful no matter what happens.
You know, it's always helped me to find something to be grateful for, like every day.
It is awesome to find things to be grateful for every day. And that's our main point for this week, is that there's always something to be grateful for. No matter how tough the situation is, you can always find good things to be grateful for. And before we go to our Bible story though, we need to say happy birthday to some of our elementary friends out there. So whose birthday is it this coming week?
All right, we are gonna say happy birthday to Arland, Landon, Zachary, Hudson, and Kylie.
Happy birthday! Hope you guys have a great birthday this week. I know. Why don't we think of things that we can be grateful for?
Oh, totally.
All right, you go first.
I am thankful for football.
I'm thankful for my family.
I'm thankful for Jesus.
Always get me with that one. How about ice cream? I'm thankful for ice cream.
Ooh, ice cream's a good one. Okay, well then I'm thankful for donuts.
Ooh, I love donuts. Let's see what else.
Hey, good people.
Hey, Cameron. Thanks again for taking our friend Kellen's place this month.
Anytime. What's going on with you guys today?
Habit stacking. You want to try?
Trust me, Cameron, it's a hard no.
Okay, but habits can be good sometimes. In fact, today we're talking about a habit that began thousands of years ago that's still happening today.
Awesome. Take it away, Cameron.
You've probably heard of the Lord's Supper, or maybe you've heard it called communion, or even a really fancy word like Eucharist. Different people observe the Lord's Supper in different ways, sometimes every week or every month, or maybe a few times a year. Sometimes people use bread and wine, sometimes they use juice and crackers. But even though everyone does it a little bit differently, the reason they do it is the same. They do it to remember. When Jesus and his disciples were having their Last Supper together, they themselves were remembering something called the Passover. Hundreds of years before Jesus, God's people, the Israelites, were slaves in Egypt. And God chose a man named Moses to rescue his people from the Egyptian Pharaoh. Moses said,
"Let my people go."
but the Pharaoh refused. So God sent 10 plagues: frogs, sick animals, flies. But the 10th plague was by far the worst. Moses warned Pharaoh that if he didn't let God's people go, every firstborn son in Egypt would die, including Pharaoh's own son. But Pharaoh refused. God gave the Israelites a way to protect themselves from what was coming. They were to sacrifice a lamb, then spread some of its blood on the doorframe of their houses. This would be a sign for God to pass over that home and not harm anyone inside. That night, those with the blood of the lamb on their doorframes were spared. But Pharaoh's firstborn son died, along with every other firstborn son in Egypt. So Pharaoh sent the Israelites away. After hundreds of years in slavery, they were finally free. That's what Jesus and his disciples were remembering during their last meal together. They were remembering the day when God rescued his people from slavery in Egypt. But Jesus was about to give the celebration a whole new meaning for you and me. When Jesus had given thanks, he broke the bread and he said,
"This is my body. It is given for you. Every time you eat it, do it in memory of me."
After supper, Jesus took the cup of wine and said,
"This cup is the new covenant in my blood. Every time you drink it, do it in memory of me."
Jesus knew that God had a plan for another incredible rescue. This time, he would rescue the whole world. And this time, Jesus himself would be the sacrifice. That's why we celebrate the Lord's Supper today. So we can show God how grateful we are to him for sending his son, and so that we can get in the habit of remembering how Jesus gave his life to save you and me. The end.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah, it's so cool to think that when we take communion or the Lord's Supper, we're literally doing something that Christians have been doing since the beginning of the church.
And that's over 100 years.
Try 2,000 years.
I say again, wow.
Yeah. It's important for us to have things we do regularly that can remind us to be grateful to God.
Hey, you ought to have it stack that, John.
Yeah, I'll put that right after my morning cry. You see, Cameron?
You don't have to explain.
Okay.
Thanks for the story, Cameron.
You bet, guys. See you next time.
Looks like we've got some remembering to do, John.
I'm ready to try, but it's just hard for me. I can't even remember to send my Aunt Maisie a thank you card for my graduation present.
Your graduation?
Oh, yeah, I've been meaning to do it for 25 years.
Reveal the question. What helps you remember to be grateful?
Well, doing the Lord's Supper helps me remember to be grateful for what Jesus did for us.
Yeah, and being outside can help me remember to be thankful for all the beautiful things God made.
Yeah, what about you? What helps you remember to be grateful? Not just to God, but to people too.
Yeah, talk about it together.
And we'll see you next time on the So and So Show. And I'll be moving on to the K in the Encyclopedia. Can't wait to tell you the major export of Kirkarikachistain.
I can't wait either. Bye.
Bye.